far too early, okay? And that does two things. Number one, it doesn't allow your arm to feed as deep. And number two, it makes it very unpleasant for Uke to have this drilled on him, okay? Angel will tell you when he sees me drilling the uchikomi on me, like, right, turn this way, Angel. Turn your butt this way. Good. Even more. Good. You guys gonna notice, like, he's not grunting and grimacing the whole time. His face is very relaxed, okay? That's because I'm keeping my arm so relaxed around his neck that in reality, it's not painful for him. He could just sit there and allow me to drill 20, 50 reps if I wanted to, and he'll be fine, okay? So from here, you'll notice that when I'm shifting into place, you'll notice his face is unbothered, okay? Ty, if you could, yep, exactly, beautiful, Ty. Ty, Scorsese, you know what I'm saying? So from here, as I'm drilling, you'll notice Angel is relaxed. Why is that? Because my arm is so relaxed, okay? I'm not freaking gritting all the way through the rep. You'll know somebody's too tense when you see Uke's chin move with the high wrist. You'll see that, and when people are drilling. I'm sorry, Angel. It'll look something like this. Guys will come through, and they'll physically move their partner's chin as they feed through. Too much tension. Too much tension. And this takes time to learn, which is another reason why I find uchikomi to be so valuable, because you need the reps to be able to develop so much comfort with the movement that you're relaxed in the movement. If I never practice uchikomi and I only get 4 or 5 opportunities to try to shoot a guillotine on Angel in a roll, I'm never going to get enough reps to develop so much comfort that I'm loose with it, okay? It's a lot like a boxer. When you see expert boxers boxing, they're not tense. That's the sign of a beginner. They box like this with so much tension in their arms. You see the best boxers, they're very loose, right? Generally speaking, they're very loose. Their shoulders can move, their arms can move. It's not until the very moment of contact where they create tension so they don't hurt their own hand, right? And so they can transfer that power. Same thing here. When you're feeding, feed it loose. Tension comes at the end when it's time to actually apply the guillotine itself and finish the guy. Okay, now I want to talk about the importance of your posture when you're looking for a high wrist. The fuller your chest is, the more shallow your arm will be on a high wrist. The more hollow your chest becomes, the deeper you'll be able to shoot your arm on a high wrist, okay? Think of it a lot like the way that Nate Diaz flexes, right? When Nate Diaz flexes, he flexes with a hollow chest, okay? That hollow chest orientation, where your chest is like a bowl and your back is super round, that's very conducive to shooting deep strangle arms, okay? So when I have this high wrist, when I'm getting this high wrist on Angel, you can't see it. I'm telling you I'm doing it. Obviously you can't see it, but every time I shoot the high wrist, my chest hollows out. So I'm here. As I cut the corner, my chest is hollowing out so I can shoot that super deep high wrist. Go this way, Angel. My chest is hollowing out so I can shoot that super deep high wrist. If you guys notice, like, my back is kind of round here, that's so that I can mold to my opponent's, around my opponent's neck and get that deep high wrist bite. Again, the fuller my chest is, the harder it's going to be for me to penetrate and get a very deep high wrist. This shouldn't come as a surprise because the exact same thing works, posture up, with rear nakeds. If my chest is super full on a rear naked and I try to shoot a rear naked through, it goes shallow. It's not until my chest becomes hollow that I'm able to shoot that strangle arm all the way through and lock. Once it's locked, that's when my chest starts to fill and I start to come to the finish. Okay, let's talk about what to do with that second hand with a high wrist. One of the great benefits of a high wrist is, in the reality, that second hand, it doesn't matter that much what it does, okay? Not that it doesn't matter, it just doesn't. It's not as consequential as other forms of guillotine, okay? The high wrist has such good closure of the neck, the carotids, that second hand, you could put it in a variety of different places and still get the desired strangle effect, okay? Because again, at the end of the day, a high wrist guillotine is essentially a rear naked from the front. I'm putting my arm in the exact same position. It's a rear naked from the front. And in some ways, it's even more powerful than rear naked in some ways, because I'm also have the ability to push my opponent's head aggressively over the wedge that's being placed under his neck. Okay? Now, what to do with that second hand? Again, a lot of different things that we can do with that second hand. What I'm going to advise for